I just got done watching a Anton video, an update vid, brand mystery, ad block plus, and defining reactions. And towards the end, there was mention made of how people know at various levels what's going on within human interactions. And I was reminded of Alan Watts, where he likes to point out in some of his talks how Tweedledee and Tweedledum agreed to have a battle. And the Hintergedanken, that the little thought way back in the back of a person's head, somewhere in their brain probably, people know what the game is. And this kind of a level or layer suggests that there is something going on at a very high level, a game of two-ness wherein there is actually more of a oneness. And I'm reminded, as is often the case, of this Hindu type self with a capital S at play, playing hide and seek, boxing, shadow boxing, yet at more involved levels as people become involved, as, for lack of a better word, energy becomes involved, as stardust gets all tangled up in the process. There are these political levels, states of nations, states of minds, moralities involved, and the game becomes more and more and more complicated until people forget, if they ever knew in the first place, or they don't realize that there is this form of gameplay. And so the life as a game metaphor, for me, that works. It's a good metaphor. Being apolitical, not political, even though I become politically involved and I feel like, oh, I got to go vote because I'm a good citizen, there is an apathetic part of me that says, I don't want to play this political game because this is just a mind bender. Kind of like not being involved in sports or not being involved in anything. Sometimes to be uninvolved, it might almost seem similar to being evolved in terms of expanded consciousness and seeing how things go at these various levels. Sometimes I like to think and to say that the view or the paradigm conditions the reality, a psychological reality, if nothing else. And there may be even more to it than that. The paradigm somebody adopts might actually be a causal factor in the potential of the capacity of a capacity to explode on a scene. If I could say that again, I would. I'll try it again. The paradigm that a person adopts may actually physically be involved in the potential for the actualization of a situation that might otherwise be impossible. And then again, it might not even take the adoption of a paradigm. For somebody to do something that's impossible, there might just be a sudden burst of adrenaline or some other chemicals going on where a body is able to do fantastic things. Or a person, beyond being just a physical body, is able to do what is materially and physically, at the moment, impossible for science to understand or replicate. So I go round and round and round again as usual. Thanks to Anton for another video and an exercise in logic. Defining reactions. Yes. Oh, another thing that I've seen and I like to see is how spirits, so to speak, come out of me. And when I see them come out of me, the things that I say are astonishing. I had one recently that blew my mind to hear I would call it a spirit of faith, that normally I equivocate and I'm a waffle iron and I don't speak with any kind of great faith about seeing somebody again after they've shed their skin. And that could be taken in a whole bunch of different ways. But when I heard myself say it at a celebration of life yesterday, it blew my mind. I went, wow, I don't believe that came out of me. And yet, there it was. Spirits, energy, and stardust.